Hey Bait Finesse fanatics, in this video I'll be exploring the new Z-Man Fuzzy NuggetZ. You know, it's really cool to see Z-Man jumping into the fuzzy trend. This is something that's not really new in the market. I remember many years ago when I first seen these, people were using it more for trout fishing, like big trout and salmon. What they would do is they'd take these egg imitators and they would thread strands of silicone to change the profile, to change the way that it drifts in the water, and eventually it went into the bass fishing. So it's pretty exciting. And since they got some, I'm gonna give it a shot. These should be coming out fall, and I heard it's supposed to be around October-ish. So don't quote me on it. That's an unofficial date. So hopefully you guys get to see it soon. But in this video, I'll be rigging up first time, and there's many ways you can rig this. I know a lot of people are doing drop shot fishing, but I think the most powerful way to fish this, especially if you're a bait finesse angler, is simply wacky rigging it, and you gotta wacky rig it in a specific way with specific setup, okay? And that is using Varivas, their loop mosquito hooks, plus their weight system, the quick change system. And I am using 0.9 grams, the TG grenade weight, and I am starting off using 1/0 to see how it is. Now, I mentioned Bait Finesse, and why Bait Finesse? So, Bait Finesse is a great way to fish these type of lures, especially if you're doing close quarter fishing. It's very efficient, and I think a lot of people are just simply drop shotting these in like specific open water, you know, rocky areas, but you can actually take these and fish it in cover, and you pull a lot of fish out. And that's how people use it in tournaments. They'll take these, and this wacky rig hook right here got two fine weed guard, okay, wire, okay? And if you use a very light weight, such as this 0.9 gram or even weightless, and use pretty thick line, let's say about 8, 10, 12 pound fluorocarbon, you could throw over cover and drag it over cover very lightly and not get tangled up and entice those fish that's hiding in the structure. Now in this fishing session, there's not much structure, but I went out there just to try it anyway. It's a public park, and they seem to clean up a lot, so there's not much structure in the park itself, but I decided to give it a shot anyway. So let's talk about my Bait Finesse setup. What I have here is the Grassroots engaged knife. This is the EKC 60L, and this specific one is the KTF Special. It's Samura's, which is the father of Bait Finesse, his specialty super short rod for close quarter fishing. So it's very light lures, very accurate, okay? And the reel, what I have here is a raWr PX BF70, and I do have the KTF spool, size 28 millimeters. And for the line, I have the Varivas Absolute AAA fluorocarbon, 8 pounds. Let me show you some catches during this expedition, and at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you my feedback on how this rigging went. All right, folks, I am back at it again. I saw a nice fish here earlier, and it just would not bite. So, I mean, it did tap my chatterbait twice, but I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna walk down this way, and oop, is that a fish? Couldn't tell. All right, not a fish. Anyhow, let's try casting this over. Oh, it's a solo. Oh my gosh, I spooked them. Now I come back for it again. But yeah, we are dicing it up today. I'm gonna sneak up to it. Oh, I think there's another one. There's another one right there. Here we go. First dice fish. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Dude. Come on, come on. Yes, yes, look at that. The dice game, baby. So let's poke this guy out. All right. Solid. What a solid bass. Let's go. Yes! Now, you probably think I'm blindly casting, but I already walked through here once, fishing the chatterbait, and I saw a few fish where I hooked up a few fish. I saw a lot of structure, especially right here. You guys might not be able to see that, but there is actually a stump right there. Just drop this lure all the way down, see what happens. Jiggle a few times. There's a visible one right there for y'all to see. Okay, that's where there was a nice sized fish that came up to my chatterbait, smacked it twice, and never came back. I didn't even hook it up, so that's how I'm working the walls here. But that wind-blown area right there, there's a lot more structure, and hopefully using the dice, I can show how it could be effectively fished using Bait Finesse. And I'm actually using thin line here, 8 pounds. I think it's probably best to use, let's say, 10 pounds if you're fishing structure. Okay, and I do see some falling twigs right there, but there's no fish. But yeah, let's walk around and let's do some fishing. Yeah. That bush got shoved me back into the water. All right, let's get this into here. Could be something hiding right there, you know? Chatterbait could not fish that earlier, so let's throw this in here. Yeesh, that looks disgusting over there. Well, let's try it. Nope, too thick. Won't even sink. But if I drag it on top like this, something may smash it. No? All right, didn't happen, but at least I tried. Ooh. Some nice panfish. Not a panfish. Oh yeah. All right. Well, I know there's a lot of dinks in this section of the pond, so I guess I'll catch some dinks. Ooh, there's a pipe there and some rocks. Gotta fish that. Fish around it for, ooh. Oh, there's a bass right there. There's a bass that was stalking it. Slow fall. Natural fall. That's fish. Got him. All right. Dink. Oh, oh, nope, 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 nope. All right, there you go, another dink. All right, there's always fish hiding pretty much structure like that. Question is how many big ones are hiding there? That's fish right there. There's a fish right there. Another one. Ooh. There we go. The nugget catching him. There we go. Small guy. Right. Right back into that thing right there. That's fish right there. Woo!
when I pulled it right over the pipe, oh no, 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 no. I pulled over the pipe and, stop. And when I pulled over the pipe, he came out of the pipe and slammed it. I mean, look how dark he is. So he's definitely in the pipe and sucking up that shade.
That was a pretty fun session fishing the new Z-Man Fuzzy Nuggets. Now, I think I ran into a problem, and you guys probably seen it. I dropped 2 fish, and I hate it when I drop fish, so I took a minute to take a look at what happened. And basically, when I originally rigged up this lure, I hooked it in a way where most of the plastic is in the way of the hook, and therefore it potentially didn't pin the fish very well. So I took the bait off and re-rigged it, and as you see, it gave a lot more room here to keep the fish pinned. And also, I get to push the lure up here. I think in the future, I could do 2 things. One, if I want to keep this bait up like this, I may thread a bead right here and push it up so I keep the lure up here, or I simply use a larger hook. Instead of using a 1/0 hook, I will use a 2/0 hook. And I hope that during the fall, as the vegetation dies down and a lot of my swamp algae gets pushed away, a lot more trees and shoreline structure gets exposed, so I can continue exploring these, because I really think, right, that these lures here will excel fishing in cover, and I just didn't have the opportunity in this specific session to explore that. And what I would do is I'll continue using Bait Finesse. However, I'll probably up my line to 10 pounds or maybe in 12-pound fluorocarbon line, so that I can ensure that those line doesn't get damaged from rubbing against wood. And if there's a big fish that bites, I hopefully will land it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Fuzzy Nuggets seems like it's going to be a fun lure to fish, and I can't wait to keep trying it. If you guys want to see me fish more of these, especially in cover, make sure you guys hit me up with a follow, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit that like button. Thank you for watching The Fish Don't Wait. Happy fall fishing.